Hey guys, this is me, Daniel Hutchins, and today I am doing the finale of the mega long article discussions from 9/19/21 and 9/20/21. This will be the final part of the set of mega long article discussions, but don't worry, there will be some more mega long article discussions probably being talked about from the channel. It just might be a couple of days until I decide whether or not I want to do another set or so of mega long article discussions. So, on a side note now, we are now talking about some articles from our friend Cinema Blend. So, for the other videos I've done Screen Rant, now we are actually going to be revisiting our friend Cinema Blend. So because, we've done so much Screen Rant, I figured we'd change things up this time around and do Cinema Blend. Okay, because Cinema Blend needs to have some love too. So okay, what we're talking about is Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot tries on Ben Affleck's Batman cowl from a funny post. This was from today, around lunchtime. Okay. So over the weekend, Batman fans far and wide celebrated Batman Day, which has been the annual tradition since 2014. But it wasn't just fans who honored DC's Comics Cape Crusader on his special day, as special celebrities and well-known figures in the entertainment industry also chimed in, including the Batman director Matt Reeves. Now, Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot also joined the fun by sharing some funny videos of her trying on Ben Affleck's Batman cowl. Okay, so having made a Wonder Woman debut from Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, reteamed with Ben Affleck on Justice League, both theatrical cut and Snyder cut. Gal Gadot spent a lot of time around DC Extended Universe Batman. As such, there came a day where working on one of these movies where she was able to briefly wear the Dark Knight's cowl. And you can watch this video from a tweet down below. Okay. Gal Gadot on Twitter. Bringing out my inner bats. Happy Batman Day. And there's actually a video of her trying on Batman's mask and cowl. Okay. And it actually has 48,000 loves. But that's probably changed by now. But as noted from the Twitter video, the Batman cowl is a bit roomier for Gal Gadot compared to when Ben Affleck had to put it on. It's unclear whether this opportunity happened on the set of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice or Justice League, but allows Gadot wearing the Bat cowl while still dressed in Wonder Woman doesn't quite strike fear into the hearts of criminals. Now, if she'd been wearing her own bat suit, that might be a different story. Okay, so as far as DC Extended Universe continuity goes, Batman and Wonder Woman first crossed paths at Lex Luthor's mansion in their civilian form. They later teamed up alongside Superman in their superhero guises to battle Doomsday. Following the Man of Steel's demise, Bruce Wayne and Diana Prince worked together to recruit Arthur Curry, Aquaman, Barry Allen, The Flash, and Victor Stone, Cyborg, to help them battle Steppenwolf and his invading Parademon army. Now, once Superman was resurrected and joined this action, the DC Extended Universe Justice League was officially together. Okay, so unfortunately, given the direction of DC Extended Universe, is going right now. It doesn't look like we'll be seeing Ben Affleck's Batman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman together again, though we certainly haven't seen the last of either of her characters. So, after following along with her in 1984, Gal Gadot's Diana Prince will return for Wonder Woman 3. There's no plot details that have been revealed to the sequel yet. It's expected to be in the present day, tied with the Amazon spin-off. As for Affleck's Batman, Bruce Wayne, he'll return for The Flash, which will also see Ezra Miller, Barry Allen, crossing paths with Michael Keaton, version of Gotham City-based vigilante. Related to this article is Gal Gadot had the best time running takes of Wonder Woman with Chris Pine. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. But that's just the tip of the proverbial iceberg when it comes to upcoming Batman-related fun from the movie and TV realm. Now, as mentioned earlier, the Batman is on the way and will feature Robert Pattinson playing an eponymous protagonist. There's also plans the motion to expand this particular DC continuity through HBO Max spin-off shows centered on Gotham City PD and the Penguin, respectively. Meanwhile, in an animated realm, a series called Batman Cape Crusader is in development for HBO Max and Cartoon Network that's been described as a reimagining of the Batman mythology. Those who are eager to see more of Gal Gadot can return next watch her alongside Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Red Notice, which premieres on Netflix November the 12th. Once concrete information concerning Wonder Woman 3 starts trickling in, here on Cinema Blend, we will let you know. Okay, that's just a little bit of some reassuring information. So now, we are going to find some more articles, my friends. We are going to find some more articles. Okay. 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 So now, we are talking about James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy. Yep, so James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 script has been given to the cast, and Karen Gillan revealed just how emotional it was. This was also today. Okay. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is a massive place, but there are a few franchises that have managed to stand out as fan favorites. James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy is certainly in that category, with moviegoers adoring the motley crew of cosmic heroes. Now, Volume 3 script was recently given to the cast, and Nebula actress Karen Gillan revealed just how emotional it was. Okay. So Karen Gillan's Nebula has had some fascinating arc in the MCU, going from an antagonist to a guardian and an Avenger. Fans can't wait to see where the blue meanie goes in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Looks like her emotions are going to be high. Now, Gillan recently described the feeling of reading the script alongside Mantis actress, saying, "We read it in the same room together and then looked at each other and we were in floods of tears. You're learning more about existing characters, and on a deeper level, I'm really excited at exploring Nebula post-Thanos." Now, well, cover me intrigued. Well, being careful not to actually reveal anything about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it's clear that James Gunn is going to be a juggler with the third Marvel blockbuster, and is considering the upcoming sequel is expected to end the story of their current team. The stakes could not be higher. Karen Gillan's comments to Yahoo are sure to thrill Marvel fans from there, and will likely inspire more than one fan theory about Guardians 3. Sounds like James Gunn is really giving each member of the ensemble the chance to take the spotlight, which should definitely be exciting for the fans of both Nebula and Mantis. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy's time in the MCU so far can be seen from Disney+. You can use a link to sign up to the streaming service. But once Karen Gillan's comments started going around, James Gunn couldn't help but join the online discourse. Gunn is known to be active on social media, so he had an A+ response to Gillan, crying alongside the Mantis actress, and he posted, this was from Twitter, guys, James Gunn, he said, or maybe they just got paper cuts. Fandom Wire. Sounds like at James Gunn's final at Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going to be pretty emotional. News. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 script left Nebula's Karen Gillan and Mantis Palm Clementif in floods of tears. Alright, this is a source from comicbook.com and from Fandom Wire, and it's from James Gunn on Twitter. So, check that out, and he also said, I hope it's not because they thought they had too few lines, because honestly, their roles are both pretty huge, and it seems greedy. His response has 5,000 loves. That's probably changed by now, but that's what it's up to. Now I'm doubly intrigued. It looks like Mantis and Nebula will have some meaty roles in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. While Karen Gillan is ready to explore her signature character now that Thanos is gone for good, Mantis' story remains a complete mystery. Some fans are also hoping that Rocket gets a love interest, but only time will tell. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is currently expected to arrive on summer of 2023, which is May 5th to be more exact, of 2023. In the meantime, check out the 2021 movie release dates to set your next movie experience. Okay? So that's just a little bit of some clearing up on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Okay? We are going to be doing some more, guys. We're doing some more. And currently, I am just sitting in my chair with my computer on my lap. And, of course, I'm simultaneously watching a movie on silent while I'm doing this article video for you. Okay. So now we are talking about Kat Dennings. Yep. So WandaVision's Kat Dennings shows a major love for Disney Plus show ahead from the Emmys. This was from yesterday afternoon. Okay, the 73rd Primetime Emmy Awards would begin in a matter of hours, and from the result, Hollywood is currently gearing up for the TV's biggest night. This year's list of nominees includes a variety of series including Emmy regulars like Handmaid's Tale and The Crown, along with genre shows like Mandalorian and the recently canceled Lovecraft Country. Superheroes are also firmly represented. as Marvel Studios' WandaVision was one of the genre series that will be competing for gold statues this evening. Fans were eager to see if the show takes home prizes, as its series star Kat Dennings, who showed some love for the series ahead of tonight's ceremony. Alright. So Kat Dennings reprised her Marvel Cinematic Universe role of Darcy Lewis from WandaVision. While the witty actress was unable to secure an Emmy nomination for her work on this limited series, she just seems more than happy to root on her fan-favorite show. Dennings took to Twitter to post her message of encouragement. You can check out her post below, from Kat Dennings on Twitter. Good luck tonight, WandaVision. I'll be screaming at the screen all night, supportively. So, yeah, it has 26,000 loves. But that's probably changed by now, given the fact that the Emmys happened last night. Okay, so the Marvel show is currently up for several primetime Emmys. These include Outstanding Writing for a Limited Anthology Series or Movie, with 3 different episodes in running. Directed for the Limited and Anthology Series or Movie, Supporting Actress in Limited Anthology Series or Movie for Kathryn Hahn. Lead Actor in Limited Anthology Series for a Movie, Paul Bettany. Lead Actress in Limited Anthology Series for a Movie, Elizabeth. The series is also up for a coveted Outstanding Limited Anthology Series. So, just right there, WandaVision has emerged as a major player during the awards season. It's not surprising, though, given how hot it was out of the gate. Now, the show, which is the first TV production to come from Marvel Studios, premiered on February and was met with a wave of positive reviews and massive viewership numbers. Critics aimed praise at the performances, set design, music, and deep themes of the show. So far, the show's already struck awards gold for Disney and Marvel Studios in other ways. Last weekend, the series earned 3 wins for its 15 nominations of the Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Awards. Now, WandaVision took home awards for Outstanding Production Design for Narrative Program, Half Hour, with the fantasy sci-fi costumes as well as original music and lyrics for the viral hit Agatha All Along. That third win actually garnered a perfect response from one of their show stars. Now, with the momentum WandaVision currently holds, the show certainly has a chance of earning some additional awards. And even if it doesn't, the fact that it's even nominated at all, alongside fellow comic book show The Boys, speaks to growing recognition that superhero shows are receiving as the times change. It could also mean big things for the plethora of future MCU shows that are arriving on Disney+, which you can sign up using a link. Okay, so most fans will probably have their eyes glued to their TVs on September the 19th, which was yesterday, where Kat Dennings will see what happens to the Primetime Emmy Awards. So the Emmy Awards was technically last night, September the 19th, on 8 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you try going to the internet and try finding a way to watch it again. Because chances are it's probably not going to be on TV again. It was probably just a once and done thing. But you can probably go on the internet and probably read about it, follow it, and watch it if you have the right tools and resources. So that's just explaining that. Okay. Next, we are talking about some other stuff. Okay. Okay, so now we are talking about an article from last week. So, an article from last week about Doctor Strange. Yep, so Doctor Strange from Cinema Blend. Yep. So, is Doctor Strange the Avengers' new leader? Here is the latest from Benedict Cumberbatch. With the culmination of Phase 3 from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a lot has changed from the Earth's mightiest heroes. The two men who were largely seen as leaders, Iron Man and Captain America, are both gone now. So just what is the state of the Avengers? Who is in charge? We certainly do not know these answers. And if Benedict Cumberbatch knows, he's not telling anyone. So Doctor Strange would certainly be a solid candidate for the leader of the Avengers. He's a guy who thinks his abilities in the mystic arts, knows a great deal about this universe and all the other potential universes. Now, Sorcerer Supreme certainly seems qualified to make big decisions. Recently, Variety had asked Benedict Cumberbatch if his character was feeling as the head of the Avengers, but he only teased with an answer saying these quotes. I'd have to think about that one. It's certainly not too crazy of an idea. We certainly know that Doctor Strange is going to be an important part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least in the short terms. Now, the character will have significant role in Spider-Man No Way Home, before going to lead his own sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That movie itself was expected to be the big entry, as it will deal with larger story elements that have already been set up from Loki and then teased from the new Spider-Man movie. Okay. There you go. Had trouble with my mouse, but it's okay. Dependent on how Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness ends, we could be seeing even more Benedict Cumberbatch character going forward. If he's the one that's leading the charge against whatever threat the multiverse poses, he could become the de facto leader of the Avengers, even if the title isn't official. If there's somebody else already leading the Avengers, we don't know. We've only seen the smallest part of what the Avengers are up to in Phase 4. We've either seen characters dealing with their own issues, or we see them so briefly there's no time to discern how previous events have impacted them. So, we don't even know if there's an Avengers to lead. It's possible the team has all gone their separate ways right now. Of course, this could end up explaining just how the new leader, whoever it ends up being, gets this job. It could be that somebody like Doctor Strange will need to build a new Avengers team to face whatever new evil's on the horizon. We know we will see the Avengers again, but Marvel Studios does not appear to be in a hurry to make that happen. Now, knowing that, the fact is that quite a lot will likely happen between now and when the team becomes important again. Who the leader is now, if there is one, is likely unimportant, as there is a great deal that could still change before the Avengers assemble again. Okay? That I hope, clears up your question. If you had that question in your head, well, I just answered it, so there you go. We're going to try to see if we can find one more good article, and then we're going to close this off. We're just trying to go over new material that we have not talked about, because I myself am the only one who knows what I have covered and what I have not. Okay. Okay. So now we're talking about Deadpool again. Yep, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is having the best time theorizing about Marvel's upcoming movies. This was also last week. Okay? So following the record-breaking release of Shang-Chi and the Legend 10 Rings, it's pretty clear the Marvel Cinematic Universe is back with a vengeance. And while Phase 4 has been thrilling so far, some fans are looking forward to the untitled Marvel releases coming from 2023 and 2024. And Ryan Reynolds is having the best time joking around about it, what the upcoming Marvel movies are going to be. And it's actually pretty interesting that he's even thinking about this. But since Disney acquired 20th Century Fox, comic book fans have been wondering about if and when Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool might join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, many are theorizing that the mysterious titles coming over the next few years might be Deadpool, or at least an opportunity being with the mark in the mouth to the MCU, as fans debated online. Reynolds had poked fun at the mystery with his own suggestions for those Mystery 7 flicks, as he's put it. Okay. Now, as you notice, I'm just using the bathroom. But, of course, I'm standing up, So these are his guesses. My guesses. Fantastic 1, Gin Genie, Weekend at Blind Owls, Fantastic 2, Nick Fury Road, Fantastic 3. And that is why the public continues to adore Ryan Reynolds. It's because while he's at the head of massive blockbusters like Deadpool and Red Notice, the multi-hyphenate also has a good sense of humor about show business. And as such, his series about the MCU's future were sure to quickly go viral. Yep. So, there's more, guys. Don't worry, there's always more. So, Ryan Reynolds' jokes about the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes from his personal Twitter. While folks on social media outlets were debating the mystery Marvel movies coming to the future, Reynolds couldn't help but get in on the fun with some A-plus titles. Now clearly, he's the right person to be behind this fourth wall, breaking anti-hero Deadpool. The MCU has found a streaming home on Disney+. You could sign up with a link today. As for the 7 movies Ryan Reynolds would like to see come to the MCU, they are pretty hilarious choices. His tweet theorized that 3 of those projects could be Fantastic Four movies, making the titular team of heroes the quickest franchise to compete for a trilogy. Some other hilarious titles include Nick Fury Road, which I think is a crossover we'd love to see. There's also Weekend at Blind Owls, which is obviously a take on Weekend at Bernie's, which is a really hilarious movie. All jokes aside, movie-going audiences are truly eager for any information regarding Deadpool's future on the big screen. He recently made his MCU debut, as Wade Wilson alongside Korg, in a short promoting Ryan Reynolds' movie Free Guy. Now, still, fans are eager to finally see the Merc in the Mouth alongside heroes like the Avengers, but only time will tell if and when this will happen. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay, So I'm back. I'm right here. So Ryan Reynolds' next movie is Netflix's Red Notice, which is supposed to come out on November the 12th. But in the meantime, check out the 2021 movie release dates to plan your next experience. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to change out my movies into my PlayStation, and I'm going to be doing some more articles. Alright. I'm hoping that this will be alright though. But of course, I could be right or I could be wrong. I don't know. So, as of right now, I am multitasking. And I am putting in the next movie from a series that I am playing. Okay. We're going up and we are doing some more articles. We are actually currently at 32 minutes. So, I'm thinking I'll do a few more and then I'll close this video off. Okay? I hope you're okay with it, because I sure am. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm just trying to find some information. Of course, there's lots of information. Okay. Okay. Hold on again. Alright. Alright. I'm sorry if I'm moving out a lot. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Gotta refresh this. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. 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 Yep, there we go. We're good. Okay, guys, we're good. I just was multitasking. But now we are talking about some more stuff. We are talking about Batgirl. So, yep. Best Batgirl depictions in Batman movies and TV shows. This was from last week. Because supposedly there is a lot of stuff that had slipped behind me that I want to try to cover for you guys. So Leslie Grace was recently cast to play Gotham City's most famous female crime fighter in her own solo Batgirl movie, which is supposed to release exclusively on HBO Max sometime next year, in 2022, to be more exact. While she is the first non-white actress to play the character in a live-action movie, the singer and the In the Heights cast member is the latest on several actresses who's played the tough-as-nails vigilante alter ego of Commissioner Gordon's daughter, Barbara Gordon, in both DC movies and TV shows, with each one bringing something new to the role to be remembered for. Now only time will tell how Grace's portrayal will compare to the following 6 iconic celebrated previous depictions of Batgirl, starting with the true originator of the character. Okay, so bear with me guys, there is a lot. Yvonne Craig on Batman. So similar to how Harley Quinn was originally created by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, specifically for Batman the Animated Series in the early 1990s, Barbara Gordon was originally thought up by William Dozier, the producer of an old live-action Batman TV show. Now, specifically for the classic series starring Adam West and Burt Ward as the Cape Crusaders. However, unlike Harley Quinn, Barbara Gordon also made her DC Comics debut simultaneously with her TV debut in 1967. Despite the Batgirl moniker existing since 1961, when it was held by the mother of Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, Yvonne Craig had a rare honor of taking immediate ownership of the Barbara Gordon character without becoming a scrutinized subject of the comparison like many performers do nowadays. Now, thus, the late actress' witty, energetic performance is still widely considered the definite portrayal of her character in a live-action series, to say the least. Okay, so next on the list, Melissa Gilbert, Tara Strong, and Stockard Shannon on Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. Okay, even with these heavy hitters leading the live-action Batman movies, many believe Kevin Conroy's vocal performance is the definite Dark Knight portrayal. Now, the DC Animated Universe iteration of Batgirl is often given the same distinction for a more earnest and relatable, vulnerable approach, but the credit does not go to just one actress. Little House on the Prairie's Melissa Gilbert first played Barbara Gordon on Batman the Animated Series before Loki's Tara Strong, also famous for voicing Harley Quinn, after Arlen Sorkin took over when the show was rebranded The New Batman Adventures in 1997. She reprises the role of the character in many DC TV shows and movies including Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, which is a full-length, feature-length spin-off of the futuristic Batman Beyond series, and which casts Grease star Stockard Shannon as a grown-up Barbara Gordon, now serving as the Gotham City Police Department Commissioner. This would not be the last time we saw Batgirl follow in her father's footsteps. Related to this article is upcoming Batman movies and TV shows, everything Batman and Gotham City related. But we are not talking about that, we're talking about someone else. Next on the list, we have Rosario Dawson in the Lego Batman movie. While Leslie Grace has the honor of being the first non-white actress to play Batgirl for a live-action movie, as previously established, the very first non-white portrayal character in any adaptation was performed by the geek goddess and experienced DC voice actress Rosario Dawson. She stole the show as Barbara Gordon in the Lego Batman movie from 2017. She first portrayed her as a by-the-book Gotham City police commissioner before eventually accepting Batman's Will Arnett vigilante philosophy and donning her iconic purple and yellow outfit. Admittedly though, director Chris McKay's baddie spin-off of the 2014's Lego movie was meant to be a goofy deconstruction of Bruce Wayne's alter ego and everything else in his world, and Rosario Dawson's Barbara Gordon takes a few creative liberty. However, the film is one of the most hilarious superhero parodies, and Batgirl's arc brings out the unique side of her character that lends to her legacy beautifully. Next on the list is Savannah Welch on Titans. Barbara Gordon's reign as the commissioner for Gotham City Police Department would later be brought to the live-action television on Titans Season 3 in 2021. However, we never see a singer and actress Savannah Welch as Batgirl on the hit HBO Max exclusive series because her portrayal is based on the post-Batman The Killing Joke. Barbara, also known as Oracle, who was paralyzed from the waist down by Joker's bullet. Now, however, never seen Savannah Welch done a cape and cowl does absolutely nothing to detract from her refreshing depiction of a strong, mature, independent Barbara Gordon DC fans have been waiting to see. It certainly was an improvement on Dina Meyer's performance on the short-lived Birds of Prey TV show. Not that it was necessarily the actress's fault, though. Next on this list we have is Danielle Judavitz on The Batman. On the other hand, some claim Birds of Prey TV show, which aired on CW when it was still called the WB in the early 2000s, deserves the second chance. But on that note, a relatively well-liked animated series still deserves more love today was The Batman. Not to be confused with Matt Reeves' upcoming solo Batman movie, which saw the younger Bruce Wayne, Reno Romano, team up with young Barbara Gordon even before Dick Grayson, Evan Sabara comes into the picture. Now, the Batman's Batgirl is played by veteran voice actress Danielle Judavitz of Naruto and Sailor Moon fame, who brings a contemporary flair of irresistible spunk to her role that calls to the mind Carrie Kelly, a.k.a. Robin from Batman The Dark Knight Returns, and Ariel Winter voiced Carrie Robin in the two-part adaptation of Frank Miller's classic graphic novel. Now, Judavitz's Barbara Gordon was the closest we got to an on-screen depiction of the fan favorite, instantly making her a winner in our book. Okay. Now we have another one on the list, Brianna Kukolo on Harley Quinn. Now, contemporary flair and irresistible spunk are also what makes Batgirl so fun to watch on HBO Max animated Harley Quinn series. Interestingly, it is the star Kaylee Kukolo's sister, Brianna Kukolo, who plays Barbara Gordon this time and does so at the same level as enthusiasm for talent as in for wit. Now, the series traces Barbara Gordon's modest evolution from aspiring crime fighter and die-hard Bat fan to a full-on crime fighter when she finally adopts the Batgirl moniker and starts a live-stream blog of her adventures, which sounds very against the Bat family rules, but it's clever enough to get the pass. What really makes Brianna Kukolo's portrayal stand out from the close-knit portrayal of the relationship of her father, which I hope is depicted half as strongly in the new Batgirl movie. But for those wondering why I did not include Batgirl from Batman and Robin, first of all, that is not Barbara Gordon in the infamous 1997 sequel, but Alfred Pennyworth's niece, Barbara Wilson. And secondly, Alicia Silverstone would even agree that her performance does not hold a candle to any of her other depictions above. Being said, which Batgirl is the best and the baddiest in your book? You can even vote down below. What is your favorite on-screen depiction of Batgirl? Yvonne Craig, Melissa Gilbert, Tara Strong, Stockard, Shannon, Rosario, Dawson, Savannah Welch, Danielle Judavitz, Brianna Kukolo, or other? Results and vote. Vote today on Cinema Blend. And I'm pretty damn sure that it probably might get revealed in another article. But we're not here to talk about that because we just talked about all the different depictions of Batgirl. So there you go. So right now I'm simultaneously watching another Harry Potter movie from my PlayStation 3 on mute because I don't want to break copyright law. Okay, so I'm trying to kill some more time before my mom gets home and before I eat dinner. So I'm trying to close this off, guys. I'm trying. But I have to find one more article. We just have to find one more very good article. And then I can take a break. At least I should take a break. And then I just want to relax and do whatever the fuck I want. Okay, so we're... Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is an article from 2 weeks ago. Alright? So get ready. Poison Ivy, 6 things to know about her villain ahead of her Batwoman debut. Okay. So earlier in the month, there was an article that I wanted to talk about regarding with Poison Ivy. So now I'm talking about it. You're welcome. So one of the most prominent criminals known to Gotham City was Poison Ivy, who's already had her fair share of the exposure in Batman movies, who's played by Uma Thurman in 1997 Batman and Robin. Live action and animated TV shows, including Gotham and Batman animated series, and of course Batman Arkham video games, to name a few. However, this villainous vixen is finally making her official Arrowverse debut in Batwoman Season 3, as played by the former Jane the Virgin cast member, Bridget Regan. Now, to prepare for her return from live-action television, for anyone who might remember a refresher on the character, for whatever goddamn reason, the following are some essentials and even lesser-known facts about one of the most iconic Batman villains, starting with her life before the crime. Okay, Poison Ivy was originally a skilled botanist, created by the Golden Age comic book writer Robert Canaire and artist Sheldon Mordorf, a frequently uncredited collaborator of Batman co-creator Bob Kane. Poison Ivy made her DC comic debut from Batman number 181 in June 1966. Then she was only known as Pamelia Lillian Isley, which was a botany expert from Seattle, who originally grew up in Washington as the timid and shy person following the death of her wealthy mother and father, which was something she would unwittingly share in common with her greatest foe. Of course, the seed of her mostly was adversarial relationship with Batman would be a horrifying incident that turned her an entirely new person inside and out. Okay then. Poison Ivy, ironically, is a victim of an evil man's seduction. So while studying botany in Seattle, Pamelia Isley fell in love with her professor, Mark Legrand, who took advantage of her affection and injected her with experimental toxin derived from plants and animals. It caused her to undergo a full physical transformation from her mutant alter ego, who we come to know as Poison Ivy. So basically, it was a man's seduction that's ultimately led her to the life of a plant-like humanoid eco-terrorist. But, which is the ironic twist, considering this fact that seduction is essentially one of her most famous and definitive abilities. Related to this article is 9 actresses DC should get to play Poison Ivy. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about someone else. Okay. So Poison Ivy can control plants, control men, and more. The already genius-level scientist Pamela Isley emerged from her metamorphosis with a slew of amazing new strengths and just a few weaknesses for this instance. She gained an immunity to all poisons and viruses, naturally toxic skin that was rapidly turning a shade of green, a telekinetic ability to control plants, and occasional mood swings that made her kind of happy one minute but angry and cruel the next. In addition to that, her ability to manipulate her green kin. Poison Ivy also has the same effect on humans, particularly of the male gender, and not just by her natural good looks, but through secretly a pheromone that makes her irresistible to any man. While there is one man whom her pheromone has proved more infrequently stressful on, and that is Batman. Yep, Poison Ivy has a crush on Batman. Yes, it's been told again and again and again and again. Poison Ivy has a crush on Batman. Poison Ivy would eventually relocate to Gotham City, where she began her pro-plant, anti-human initiative, with the first of many attempts to create a utopia for only her and her plants to coexist without human interference. This was when she first became acquainted with Batman, aided by Robin the first time, who turned out to be one of the very few men who has somehow more rarely susceptible to a pheromonial attraction, which in a classic switcheroo ended up making her smitten with the Dark Knight, of course. There have been a few times where Batman has failed to resist her charms, leading to an on and off romance of sorts between two enemies, would prove to not be nearly as tight as another one of Ivy's more prominent relationships from DC Comics. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are good friends, sometimes more. So while she has always been closest to her plants, Poison Ivy has been known to form alliances with another one of Gotham City's most notorious female felons, Harley Quinn, who bonded with the Green Goddess over her mutual experiences suffering abuse from their romantic partners. The character's friendship in the comics has also endured in DC movies, such as the 2017 animated Batman and Harley Quinn, as well as TV shows like the popular animated HBO Max exclusive series Harley Quinn, where she's Kaylee Cuoco and Link Bell's iterations fall into a romance that will be explored further in upcoming third season. There's no telling when Harley and Ivy's relationship and friendship will hit live-action cinema, and the long-awaited Gotham City Sirens movie, but at least we can confirm that Harley Quinn actress Margot Robbie is interested in exploring that relationship at some point. Related to this article is 14 movies with Harley Quinn and how to watch them. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Okay, Poison Ivy has joined the Suicide Squad and other teams. So in addition to wreaking havoc in Gotham City Sirens, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn have been members of Task Force X, bad people forced into doing good, now otherwise known as the Suicide Squad. Ivy first joined the team in 1989 for the first of many life-threatening missions under Amanda Waller's command, most of her alliances she's joined have primarily been for more unlawful purposes, such as the Injustice Gang, essentially the antithesis of the Justice League, and the Suicide Squad, which I had mentioned, and the Secret Society of Supervillains, which was originally created by Darkseid, with the similar anti-Justice League mission statement. So just between those three teams, the Suicide Squad, the Injustice Gang, and the Secret Society of Supervillains. Now, in the past, James Gunn dispelled rumors that Poison Ivy would appear in 2021 Suicide Squad, but there is still a possibility in her role for a sequel or follow-up in upcoming Batman from Matt Reeves. Okay, so considering it has been more than 20 years since we've seen Poison Ivy appear in any big screen superhero movies, I truly hope that there is another DC movie installment with her place reserved for some time in the future. But until then, however, it is nice to see her brought back in Tube in a live-action Batwoman role, and portrayed by Bridget Regan, a woman who is no stranger to comic book adaptations after playing Red Room assassin Dottie Underwood on Agent Carter. So there you go, guys. That is all your information you are getting from this mega long article discussion. I am beat. I am tired. I have been doing YouTube a lot, so I'm probably going to be doing do a couple videos tomorrow. But again, I have to decide what I'm doing tomorrow. But again, like always, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you like my content, please leave comments. I need to see comments. And again, we are almost going an hour in, so I'm just trying to wrap this up. I'm simultaneously also trying to watch and finish up my Harry Potter series on my PlayStation 3. I figured I'd try to finish up this mega long article discussion series that I started yesterday, so I'm finishing it up right now. And so yeah, next on the agenda, I am hoping to do some more Danielle reads of the Golden Age Flash. I want to try to get the book done, hopefully by next year. And so, yeah. On a side note, guys, I hope that you guys are able to still communicate and still be able to explore the rest of my content. I know I have a lot of content, and of course next year I am trying to hit at least 966 videos, hopefully by next year, which is still a very, very, very long way away. But again, I'm hoping to reach that goal. Again, and I'm just have to feel motivated to actually do YouTube videos. But again, like I said, even if the 966 video goal has to be postponed, I'll postpone it to a couple more months. But again, like I said, I'm hoping that I can reach the 966 upload goal. But again, recently I had just had to clean out my library of videos on my computer, because my computer only holds so much memory. So don't worry, all the videos I have done from the beginning are still on the channel. So please take your time and enjoy the 830 plus videos I have on my channel. And I'm hoping that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And again, I'm probably going to have dinner probably around 5:30, maybe 6. I guess it depends on how long it takes my dad to make it, and also how long it takes my mom to get home. But again, like always, I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying my content. I know I sure am enjoying the content that I, of course, am making. So, yeah. So, tomorrow I'm going to be reading some of the Golden Age Flash. You see right here. I bookmark it with my Always flyer, because that's where I got it from. I'll probably be doing some of that maybe tomorrow. Probably sometime in the morning. I'll probably read some of that for you guys. And from now until then, I probably might just be relaxing. I might take a break. So I'm hoping to do some more of the Golden Age Flash reads for Danielle reads for you guys. And I'm also going to be doing some article discussions from Den of Geek. There's probably a lot of information I want to cover from that. And then beyond that, I'm hoping I want to do some CBR.com and maybe some Collider. But that's maybe later down the road. But anyway, yeah, I'm just filling you guys in on what's going to be happening next for the channel. I'm doing Golden Age Flash, Den of Geek, and CBR, and maybe some Collider. If you guys are looking forward to that content, please leave a comment on that below my video. And again, I'm just trying to relax right now. Of course, I was feeling a little cold earlier, so I'm wearing my heavy sweater. I also was cold on the legs, so I put some sweatpants on. I'm also wearing my Croc shoes with some socks on my feet, and I'm wearing my Bob Evans Farms hat. I'm probably going to throw the hat on the bed. And so, yeah, anyway, hope you guys, again, enjoyed this content, and you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. And I'm probably going to be seeing you guys for some more videos between now and tomorrow. So, see you in the next one. Bye.